Hi everybody, thanks for coming. It's been a little while. What we've got today is a Trimble green seeker crop sensor, and you won't be able to hear this, but it's actually, I can hear it rattling inside. It's supposed to have a charge port. If we have a look under the microscope, where the charge port's supposed to be, we have absolutely nothing. So it's pretty easy to work out what the problem is here. We'll pull it apart and see if we can get it put back together. Right, let's tear it down. Okay, we'll see if we can get this pulled apart now. Careful not to lose anything as we open it. We've got a spring just there, and we also have our charge port just flopping around. So we'll grab that out and we'll see how damaged it is and see where we go now. So all looks pretty good. We've actually just got the two big pads in the middle. If I point here, there we go. So yeah, there's two pads there in the middle, great big ones, and the other pads look alright. It's a little bit bright under this microscope, but you roughly get the idea, and we'll have a look later when we clean it up. Alright, so we'll pull it apart a bit further. Looks like we've got 4 more screws, same size I hope. Yep, looks like it. So we'll pull those out and get it all torn down. Okay, so we'll carefully lift this board, and yep, sure enough, we've got a ribbon cable under here, as you can see. So we'll try and get that disconnected so we can lift this board out. Little lever here, yep, flip it over, pull it down, that locks it, lift it up and releases. Nice little lever. So see where we go now. We'll check out, where's our charge port. Righto, so we've got this little board down in the bottom here, and that's where our charge ports come from. So far pins look alright. It's just those couple of big pads. So yeah, just sat down in there, and was connected to our board. So now we want to make sure to plug this back in. We'll swap it over. So get that plugged in, set it in, pull the lever down, and locked. So very good. And we'll take it off the other side just to be sure. I think what we might do is mark it. So we've got mark there, mark on there, and now we'll know how to put it back together. So unclip the back of it, same as the other clip. Yep, undo it, and now we've got our little board that we can work on. Okay, so what we'll do now is I'll grab my special board holder, Mr. Blue Tack, which is green, but anyway, just to stop it moving around a little bit. Stick the board here under the microscope and see where we're at. So all the connectors are looking good. We're missing these two main pads, but our anchor pads on the side look good, and we've actually got them all in the middle there. Last time those two went missing. This is a no connect, and this one I had to run a wire to this via here, but all went well this time, nice and easy. We'll just solder our mounting points on and go from there. Now we'll have a look at this charge port, see how that looks. Yeah, all looks good. Couple of pads on the back, and yeah, all the legs look intact, so that'll be fine to reuse. That'll be helpful. A little bit bent there, but nothing too major. We can deal with that. We'll tidy all of this up and see if we can get it on. Okay, now we've flipped round, we'll add a little bit of flux off the brush, and we'll tidy these pads up a little bit so that we can make sure everything's nice and solid and clean. A little bit of fresh solder on there. Yep, oh, they all look good, don't they? Nice. So we'll be able to solder them no problem. We might get rid of some of this off these main connectors, our anchor points. We'll remove a little bit so we've got a nice flat surface that sits down nice and flat, and yeah, go from there. Alright, now we'll add a bit of solder back onto the legs up the top here, just a little bit, so that when we heat the legs from the top they got something underneath to melt into, and then we'll see if we can tidy up our work area a little bit, and we'll be ready for the charge port. Alright, now charge port. See if we can use our special holder again. That's a little bit overdone with the flux, so we just want to try and get these pads off so they don't make it sit funny. We don't want them making the port sit up when we try and put it back together. they're not going to help any, so they may as well go if I can get them off. Finally got one, now two, perfect. Tidy that up a little bit, and then we'll just see if we can get a little bit of solder onto these legs without joining them together. That'd be a good idea. Add a little bit more flux, see if we can get it to run properly. Nope. No, it just wants to stay there, of course. So, rest of them are alright. Righto. See if we can wick it off. Easy. Was that so hard? Alright, we'll just prep this a little bit so that when it comes time to hook on, it's a lot easier. Righto. Nicely done. A little bit melted, but none in the port, so that's the main thing. Looks like we're ready to go. So we'll sit it in place. A little bit of flux, help the solder run. Also a little bit sticky, so it'll help the port not move as quickly. Get it lined up here. As you can see, we've got a couple of little legs, plastic legs, and they go into the holes at the side there to locate it. Once we get them in like that, then the rest should be pretty lined up. So see if we can get a little bit onto the anchor points here. Oh god, my screwdriver's good, isn't it? I'll have to tidy that up. Screwdriver, I mean tweezers. Trying to do two things at once, talk and work. So we'll get a bit on that anchor point, a little bit on the other side as well. You can see the little point sticking out. Yep, sitting all nice and flat. So let's lock it in. These a good amount on these anchor points, try and avoid it being torn off again. Oops, a little bit of blue tack on the soldering iron. Right, well that's got the anchor points done. So now we'll see if we can get it into a place where we can do something with these pins, legs, whatever you want to call them. Straighten that up a bit. I suppose I'm going to make it worse. Yep, knock that one off. Come on, straighten up, that's it. Oops, don't push too far or you'll snap them off. Although that one there is a no connect, second from the end, we don't want it connecting to another one. So they're looking pretty good. So we'll bring in a little bit of flux and see if we can get these tacked on. So for this job we'll use the smaller iron, try and get in here without melting that connector right next to it. I nearly bumped, and straight away I get two pins joined together. Oh, we'll go for another two over here, hey? Yeah, oh well. For a start we'll try and get a bit of a connection on the bottom of these pins, and then we'll tidy it up afterwards. So we've got those two lots there. Just see if we can wick it away carefully. Come on, You can do it. That's it. One more. Easy. Okay. Get these to lock down in place. A little bit more solder, not too much. We don't want another bridge. Okay. We're starting to get somewhere now. Nice. Yep. All looking good. To bite down a little bit more. Yep, looks good. So we'll just make sure they're all well seated. Give them a bit of a tidy up. Can't see any jumps there now. Yep. Good. Yeah, that's all solid. Nice. We got there. Got there eventually. Yeah. Good. So that's all nice and solid. We've got good joints at the back. So I think now we might see if we can support it a little bit better with a bit of hot glue. There's plenty of room in this where it goes in, so we'll give it a nice tidy up so we've got none of that flux left, and then we can put a layer of hot glue over the top, and that'll just help stop it from being torn off again. But I think that from factory they just haven't quite been soldered on well enough. The anchor points, they're tearing away without taking any pads. So grab some glue. See if we can get some hot glue in here. To add a bit of support. That's the go. Nice. Just a little bit. Make sure it's down onto the board. I'd like to heat it up and get it to melt right in, but with that plastic connector right there, I don't think we're going to push our luck. Yep. Nice. Clean, flat, ready to go. Nothing in the connector. No melting of the connector. Well, that's a big win. Alright. We'll get rid of all of this. And try and put it back together. Get rid of my fancy holder, Mr. Blue Tack. Very handy piece of equipment that is. Now, see if we can get this back together. So now, where's our mark? No, where is it? There. We've got our black mark to black mark. slide it in and lock it in. Big jumbo fingers aren't real good with this delicate stuff. There we go. Yeah. Lock it down. Perfect. Okay. All looks good. It's all locked in. Put it back together. Okay, now we need to make sure this spring stays in the right place when we put it back together. Maybe you'll be better off on that side. As long as it lines up, I don't care which way you go. Carefully put it together. Once I put it all back together, it just wasn't quite connecting properly. The button wasn't working, and I finally realized that the battery was slightly loose for some reason. So though the charge port looked nice, it just wasn't showing any charge because the battery wasn't connected properly. So here you can see that I ended up cutting a little bit of like bank card type material, and I popped that underneath the clips there to hold the battery down, and it's nice and solid now. So we get a really good connection, and yeah, working well. So we'll check out the charge port, plug it in, whichever way up it goes. Yes, and there we go, charging signal. Perfect. So exactly what we need, exactly what we wanted. Now hopefully you got something out of this. We'll leave that there to charge, and hope you come back again next time. See you again. Thank you. Bye.